Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining. Sunil here. Welcome to this session. If you can hear me, please type yes in the chat box as a confirmation. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your curiosity in learning MongoDB. Thank you very much for your interest. Let us stop the chat. Let us stop the chat. So what is our plan for today? Data will be stored in the form of JSON format. We have to know it, how a JSON format looks like. As we had enough theory about MongoDB in our previous session, this is day 2. We'll get into practicals. To perform practice, to hands-on MongoDB, we have to install MongoDB in our personal laptop. I'll show you the installation process of MongoDB. Installation of MongoDB is all about working with two applications. We will install MongoDB server first, and then followed with we will install MongoDB shell. You will understand what is CRUD operations. You will also get some GUI tools. I will list out the GUI tools which are used in MongoDB. You will understand what is MongoDB driver. And then finally, we get started with the hands-on. We do practicals. We start communicating to the MongoDB server from the shell. This is our plan for today's session. This is our plan for today's session. And one more important point. One more important point. I am starting new DevOps course. It's been a long time. I have stopped AWS DevOps. Now I'm back because some participants want DevOps by me. So I am starting DevOps on 17th of October. That is next week. And this is the WhatsApp group. Participants, I'll share the WhatsApp group in case if you are interested in the DevOps or if you want to share this information to your friends. So this is DevOps, new batch. WhatsApp group. I'm posting it in the chat box. Participants, if you are interested or if your colleagues are interested, please support us by sharing. Ask them to join the WhatsApp group where you get the Zoom registration link, or you can also get the Zoom registration link here in this WhatsApp group. Now coming to our batch, as you can see here, MongoDB. So we have started yesterday. WhatsApp group, you can get it. You can buy the course. Okay, by paying 900, just a matter of 999 rupees. Okay, you can buy the course. Once you buy the course, you can select the buy now button and buy the course. Once you buy the course, you get the session recordings access for the lifetime. Point number 1. You will get the material. You will get the course completion certificate from our institute for just a matter of 999, and you'll have access to the lifetime videos. Okay, so this is what I want to discuss. So please support us. And then before getting into practicals, as usual, let's have interaction. Couple of participants wants to have a discussion. So let's talk with him. Good morning, Prasad. How are you doing? You are now allowed to unmute. By default, you will be on mute. You have to unmute and talk. Good morning, Jogamaya. How are you doing?
Sir.
Hello.
Hello. I'm audible?
Yes, you are. How are you doing, Jogamaya?
Yes, good morning, sir. I don't know whether you remember me or not.
I know.
Yes. I'm from your last previous batch, AWS as well as DevOps also.
I remember, Jogamaya. How are you doing? How is your
Yes,
career?
I'm so fine, sir. Because of you only. Actually, previously I was working in state government, and after that I switched to a software company.
Software company, yeah.
Yes. Now I'm working on.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks a
You
lot,
are
sir.
back to your dream IT job. You
Yes,
want to work with IT job.
yes.
Okay.
And also I did AWS Solution Architect Associate
Superb.
certification last month.
Very good. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
All the best.
Yeah, thank
All
you,
the
sir.
best. Okay.
And whenever there is a batch in morning, then I am just going for it. And also you are available in that timing, so that's why I came to this batch so that I can gain some new knowledge.
Good, good, good. So MongoDB is something new. Okay. I hope you know it,
Yeah, yeah.
isn't it?
Yes, 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 yes.
So thank you for your interest and thank you for your feedback. I'm very
Yeah.
happy by listening to your success story. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you, sir. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Yeah.
Okay. Quick recap, participants. Quick recap. I want to have a quick recap of the points what we have discussed in day one. Quick recap of the points what we have discussed in day one. So these are all examples of databases. We have two types of databases, as you know, relational databases and NoSQL databases. MongoDB is developed by MongoDB Corporation. Very important point. These are important features of MongoDB. The official websites of MongoDB is mongodb.com. And okay. So the main problem with relational databases is the data will not be available at one particular location. Some data is available in table one, some other data is available in table two. So you have to perform joins between the tables. The more number of joins, the performance of the queries goes down. When the performance of query goes down, obviously the performance of the application goes down. Whereas in NoSQL databases, the data will be stored in the form of a document. Okay, the data will be stored in the form of a document. The first step, I hope you remember, please respond in the chat box, my dear participants, in MongoDB. So first level, please respond in the chat box. My question is, so first what we'll do, we create a database and tell me inside the database. First we create the database and tell me inside the database, what do we need to create? I hope you remember. Inside the database, what we need to do, what we need to create. Okay, so inside the database, collections, perfect, you are right. So database will have collections. If you can think of it, collections are similar to tables. So first we will be creating collections. Let's say collection one, and let's say this is collection two. So inside the database, we'll be creating collections. We have not started practicals, we'll be doing it soon. And inside the collections, what do we have? Please respond in the chat box. Respond in the chat box. Inside the collections, what we have? Yes, we have documents. Document is something like, if you compare document is something like a row, perfect. So first step, create a database. Inside the database, we'll be creating a number of collections. Collections will have documents. Document is nothing but the actual data. Okay. When I say document is the actual data, participants, document is actual data, how the data will be stored, in which format the data will be stored. Let us stop the chat. Now let's get on to the today's session. The point is, let's get on to today's session. So database contains collections. Just now I have mentioned database contains collections and collections will have documents. Just now we have drawn. Thank you very much. And data will be stored in form of a document. Examples of NoSQL databases. One example of NoSQL database is MongoDB. Do not think that there's only one NoSQL database. No, there are many NoSQL databases available in the market. We have DynamoDB, we have Redis, we have Cassandra. So these are examples of NoSQL databases. How the data will be stored in the MongoDB? The data will be stored in the form of document, but in the document, the data will be stored in the form of JSON format. The format, how the data will be stored. For example, if you want to store some information about the name of an employee, the age of an employee, and the salary of an employee. So this is the information which we store in the form of a document. Agree? Collection will have document, and then the information will be stored in the JSON format. This is the JSON format, my dear friends. This is the JSON format. JSON stands for JavaScript object notation. The information will be stored in this format. Obviously, collection can have multiple documents, right? This is a second document. If you want to compare document, you can compare with rows in relational databases. In the first document, I am storing the name of the employee, age of an employee, salary of an employee. In the second document, I don't have the information of age. I don't have the information about salary. I have only the employee name information. I'm storing employee name. That's it. You don't need to fill the age with null values or salary with null values. Nothing. This is a very important point of difference with respect to fixed structure that is stable in relational databases with respect to document. The structure of the document differs because the data differs. The data, a row may, one data may have 10 values, second document can have only 5 values. Third document can have 100 values. The structure of the document is not fixed. I hope I'm very, very clear. If you compare with relational databases, all the rows will have fixed number of columns. If you have data, we will fill the data. If you don't have data, we fill with null values. But the structure, the size, everything is fixed. Whereas this is the most important key point of difference with respect to relational databases and NoSQL databases. In the NoSQL databases, my dear participants, data will be stored in the form of document, and the document data will be in the JSON format. The data will be stored in which format? It is stored in the form of JSON format. The beauty of JSON format is application can easily understand this JSON format data. Finally, who will be accessing this particular data? Participants. Finally, who will be accessing the data? The data will be accessed by the application. If the data, as the data is stored in the JSON format, interoperability, most of the applications can easily understand JSON format. Easily. Communication becomes very, very easy. Why? If a product is most widely used, there will be some special features, my dear friends. If the NoSQL database is trending, there's some specific advantages. This is one of the important advantages. The structure of the document differs. The structure of the document differs based on the data. Clear? Clear about this. Perfect. Next. Key points. Key points which you need to keep in mind about MongoDB. The data will be stored in the document. As I have told you, assuming Word document. Assume a Word document. Let's say you have some. So let's say you have some 10 documents or 5 Word documents. Every document, the first document can have just a 1-page document. The second Word document, you may have 10-page document. Third document, you may have 100-page document. So you don't think that all the documents are of fixed size. No, the more the data, the size is the same way. The structure of the document differs. That's why they named it as document. So that layman people like you and me can understand in the real world, okay, document, because document changes. Document size is not fixed. Yes, something like that. They have named it as document. So there are a few points you need to keep in mind. The entire data will be stored in the document. We came to know. The final data will be stored in the document. So the retrieving of data will not, we don't need to perform joins. Entire data, my dear friends. Entire data, let's for example, employee number, employee name, salary, and you have some department number information. So department name information, don't think that we have to search in other collection or other table or something like that. The complete information will be stored in the form of documents. So retrieving the data will not be required to perform any joins, hence the retrieval is fast. The main key purpose of NoSQL databases is to eliminate joins. This is the key point. Key point you have to understand. NoSQL databases tries to eliminate joins by providing the complete information at the document level. Complete information, it can be 100 values or 1,000 values also. The complete information will be stored in the form of a document. And there is no scope. There is no required. As the complete information is available in the document, so there is no need for performing joins and the retrieval is fast. We can even store unstructured data. Don't think that in JSON supports only some text numbers or something like that. It can also store unstructured data. We can also store unstructured data like videos, audio files, etc. We can perform update, delete, insert operations easily because the information will be stored in the form of JSON format. Retrieval of data in the form of JSON format, which is very understandable by any programming language. If a programming language wants to process this particular information, if an application is built on Python, if the Python wants to process or access this particular application, it is very, very easy. JSON is very easy, my dear friends. Easy for programming languages. Easy for backend framework technologies. Okay, so very, very easy. So these are something which are very, very key points which are driving. Okay. So, and for any programming language, and MongoDB can be used as a database for web applications. MongoDB can be used as a database for mobile applications as well as desktop applications. These are something which are key points for the success behind, in our context, for the success behind the MongoDB database. Clear? Clear about this? Perfect. Perfect. Now, are we ready? Please respond in the chat box. Are we ready to proceed with the installation? If yes, please type us in the chat box. The next step, what I want to do, we had enough theory. Now let's get into practicals. Let's experience the MongoDB. Are you all ready to get into the installation of MongoDB? I recommend, it's up to you. I recommend you to watch the steps. And then after the session, I recommend you to do practice or install MongoDB on your personal laptop. Okay. So my recommendation is after the session, please do hands-on. First, focus on the session, because if you focus, you will retain it. Some of the important points, if you feel, please take some notes. Take pen and paper. Get some pen and paper. And take some important notes. Which, because we are now starting the process of installation. It's up to you. If you want to install parallelly, you can do that. But if you miss some points, you will be again stopped. So my recommendation, not to do installation parallelly in the live. After the session, I want you to spend some time installation of MongoDB. Okay, let's start it. To install MongoDB, if you want to work with MongoDB, you have to install two applications, my dear friends. As you can see, you have to install two applications. You have to install MongoDB server. You have to install MongoDB server. And you also need to have one more application called MongoDB shell. Okay. Now, before explaining what is MongoDB server and what is MongoDB shell, I have a straightforward question: where the data will be stored? Where the information is stored. So my point is where the information is stored. So as you are right, the information will be stored in the MongoDB server. So the complete information related to application, the information will be stored. My dear friends, the information will be stored in the MongoDB server. MongoDB shell is used to perform operations to communicate to server. If you want to retrieve the data, participants, if you want to retrieve the data, if you want to update the data in the MongoDB server, if you want to delete the data in the MongoDB server, any operations you want to do it with the MongoDB server, we'll be doing it with MongoDB shell. Something like client. Something like a client. I hope you can easily relate it. Okay, it's something like client. So we will be communicating to the MongoDB server from the client. So from the client, we'll be writing the commands to manage the data on the MongoDB server, where the data will be stored. The data will be stored in the MongoDB server, and we communicate to the MongoDB server using the MongoDB shell application. So these are two applications which are required to get started with MongoDB. Good morning, Srinivas. Yes, your question, please. I can see your hand raised, Srinivas. You are now allowed to unmute. If you have no questions, please, yes.
Yeah, good morning,
How
Sunil.
are you?
Yeah, I am fine, sir. So
Yes.
hope you are doing good.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing good, Srinivas. Thank you. How are you? Your location, your experience, please.
Yeah, currently I'm in Mumbai and I'm working for the MNC company.
Okay.
So, sir, so while installing this server Is there any hardware
Configure
limitations?
prerequisite. No.
Yeah.
It just runs on a simple 8 GB laptop. Memory RAM is enough. Okay. It does not need much RAM, or it does not consume much hard disk. You can install it in a normal laptop also. Okay.
Okay. Fine.
Okay,
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you. How do you know this course, Srinivas? You are also from my old participant.
No, sir. This is the first time I'm participating in the training.
How do you happen to know this?
One of my friend has referred this Logics Lab.
Okay. You're looking for MongoDB trainings?
Actually, I'm looking for the AWS.
Okay.
But
Okay.
unfortunately, you're not teaching AWS.
Okay.
So you told me that you're going to teach AWS DevOps.
When I
So
say AWS DevOps, it is DevOps, focusing on DevOps
only
on
that.
AWS, only DevOps on AWS platform.
Okay, fine.
Okay, so thank you.
So is it compulsory to learn first AWS, then go for the DevOps, or
do you have basics of AWS, like just one service called EC2?
Yeah.
Okay,
I have a
enough.
very basic
Okay,
knowledge.
enough. You can directly get into DevOps, but you have to focus on AWS skills also. Okay, parallelly.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah,
but one more thing, sir. This AWS DevOps has the same time duration, right? For the MongoDB and the AWS DevOps, both will clash, or
no, I am the same instructor, right? So I cannot. So it will not clash. I think it is at evening time. Evening 6 o'clock. Okay.
Okay, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you.
Thank you, Sunil.
Okay. Please drop the hand. Yes, Harish. Your voice is very low, Harish. Please check your mic settings. We cannot hear you. Your voice is very, very low. Dhanya.
Hi, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you.
Yes, your question, please.
So I would like to know, like, can we get, your previous recordings of AWS by any chance?
Yes, you can get it. Okay.
Maybe I can actually reach out to your
you
support.
send an email to support@logiclabstech.com. Okay. Mentioning that you are looking for AWS videos of instructor Sunil. You clearly mentioned that. Okay.
Yeah.
So problem.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's get into started. So let's learn the process of installation of MongoDB. So MongoDB installation, again, as I have just mentioned, you have to have installed two applications. One is MongoDB server, the other one is MongoDB shell. I will be getting started with MongoDB server. So let me start with MongoDB server. Important points, these two are JavaScript based applications. So there is a lot of importance. There is a lot of use of JavaScript in MongoDB. Keep it in mind. Okay. MongoDB applications are built using JavaScript. Keep that in mind. That's all. So MongoDB server is responsible for storing the data. So that data will be stored at the server level. Yes, we already guessed it. And we can communicate to MongoDB server and using the MongoDB shell. Yes, we also guessed it. Yes, we will be performing some operations from the MongoDB shell. Using shell, we can perform all the required CRUD operations. CRUD stands for CRUD. CRUD stands for create, retrieve, creating the data, retrieving the data, updating the data, and deleting the data. So these are called as CRUD operations. Okay. Now, to start the MongoDB server, after installation, we will start the server, right? The command to start the server is MongoD to start the server. And if you want to start the shell, the command is mongo sh. Okay. So meaningful commands. And so we'll be using these commands after the installation. And the GUI tools, also MongoDB provides GUI tools. So a few of the popular GUI tools is Compass and Roboti. So GUI tools makes the communication easy. If you want to write some queries, or it becomes easy when you use GUI tools. Anyways, we'll get started. These GUI tools are used for querying and analyzing the data. Very good. Okay. Coming to MongoDB driver. MongoDB driver. I want to also spend some time dealing with spend some time discussing with MongoDB driver. Okay. Look at this. This is your MongoDB server. And this is your application. Your application is built on, your application could be built on Python. Your application is built using Java, PHP, whatever it is. The point is to establish communication from the application to database. Obviously, application wants the data to show it to the end users. To establish communication from the application to database, driver is required. That is a need. That is the need for driver. Okay, look at this. Helps in communication. Driver helps in MongoDB driver helps in communication between the application and database. Drivers are provided by MongoDB. We don't need to create the drivers because we are not the product development developers. So official website is mongodb.com. We know it from the mongodb.com. You can check for the drivers. Drivers are readily available. So I'll show you where the drivers are available. I'm going to the website MongoDB. In the MongoDB, we have resources. Under the resources, we have an option called drivers. Yes, can you see we have resources? Under the resources, can you see we have an option called drivers? Start developing with MongoDB. You can connect your application to MongoDB. That's what these are the drivers used for. You have to use these are drivers. If you have to use this driver, if your application is built on Python, you have to use this particular driver if your application is built on PHP, if your application is built on Java. These are all the drivers available. Drivers are different with respect to the technologies. If you are built using C#, then you have to use this driver. I hope you have understood about this driver. So let's say I want this a driver for Python-based application. I want MongoDB driver. Okay, so welcome to the documentation. So official MongoDB Python driver. Okay, so to work with Python database, to work with your application, to work with MongoDB in Python. So this is the driver. Okay, that is called PyMango driver. This name of the driver is PyMango. Okay, so the point is, just want to tell you that the driver is required for communication between the application and the database, and driver changes from the application technology to technology. Perfect. So yes, we had an understanding about driver. Okay, now installation of MongoDB. I want to start, obviously I will be starting with MongoDB server. So I'm starting with MongoDB server. I'm now showing you how to install MongoDB server. Okay, you have to download the MongoDB software. We have to download the MongoDB software. Obviously go to the website mongodb.com. You will find products. It's up to you, my dear friends. You can do it parallelly along with my session. I recommend you to focus on the session and do practice after the session. So go to the site mongodb.com. There's an option called products, community edition, and then there you will have server, and then let's select the package and install it. So I go to the official website, mongodb.com. Products, under products, community server. Scroll down. Server, community server is nothing but the MongoDB server. Okay, so select the package. Here we have an option of select the package and click on the select package. And it is mentioning that you are downloading the version of MongoDB server 7.0.2. It automatically detected that your platform is Windows operating system. It is selected in case if you are having, and if you want to install it on different operating system, here you have the option of installing it on Linux or any other operating system. So in my case, it is Windows 64-bit. And please download this. It's a message, nothing but the software. So I am downloading the MongoDB server software. where I want to download it. I want to download it in my downloads folder. Very good. So it's a Windows installer package. That's nothing but a software, and I'm downloading MongoDB server. Okay. Download started. It will not take much time. It is showing as 4 minutes, but I think it will be less than that. Okay, so let's wait for the software to get downloaded. Meanwhile, some of the participants wants to have a talk. Shiva, how are you doing, Shiva? Good morning.
Good morning.
Nice to talk to you again.
Yeah, yeah. I have one question, Sunil. Like in the relational database, like Oracle and all, there will be some indexes and all
Correct.
for making the retrieval faster.
Correct.
And
because the indexes use that particular hexadecimal value row ID. Okay. Those are required to perform the retrieval faster, but here there's a different approach. Okay, so you have to wait.
Okay.
Okay.
And also, what is the difference between MongoDB and MongoDB Atlas?
Atlas is for cloud-based applications. Okay, if you want to install it on AWS cloud. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good morning, Bhanu Prakash. How are you?
Yeah, hi Sunil. Good morning. Hope you are.
Good morning. Yeah.
Actually, Sunil, I was your old student for the Python
Yes.
class.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sunil. Apart from the MongoDB, I have a doubt on that AWS DevOps you are going to teach, right?
Correct.
In that something like shell scripting or like Python script will be there, right? You are
Correct.
going to teach those and all, or like?
No. I'm not teaching that scripting part of DevOps. Okay.
Okay. And Sunil, how about that Terraform and Kubernetes?
Yes, we will be learning. It is involved in the DevOps course. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Sunil.
Okay. Preferably ask the questions related to MongoDB. Yes, Harish. How are you? Harish Taniru.
Yeah, hi Sunil, how are you doing?
I am doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Yes.
Actually, I learned AWS from you.
Yes, yeah.
Also, currently I'm doing masters in US.
US, okay.
So actually, yeah. Actually, I don't know, like, I don't have any knowledge about this database like SQL, Oracle, like this. So, I have a question like this. MongoDB will help for me to learn easily. Like, I don't have any basic knowledge on this database.
There is no prerequisite for MongoDB, Harish. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
There is no prerequisite. Okay. You don't need to have exposure on SQL or something like that. Okay. Anybody can learn MongoDB. Okay. Even though a person who is having no experience in any programming language or any IT language also not required. Okay. Anybody can learn MongoDB. Okay. It will be helpful for you.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Sunil. Thank you for the.
Thank you. I think we are almost done. One more minute. Good morning, Kapil.
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you doing?
I'm good. Nice to talk with you.
It's been a long time.
Yes. Yeah, because from 1.5 years, I joined for that AWS, and it was really great.
Thank you. And again, you are learning MongoDB again.
Yes.
Enjoy the training, Kapil. All the best.
Yes, Sunil, I have one question. While downloading, it is not automatically, as you said, that it will capture the. After clicking on the product, it is not selected.
No, you have to select this down. I don't understand.
Yes, I'm downloading that one. That part. I click on products. After that, MongoDB community server. It haven't took me. So it is.
You have to select package.
Package. Okay, select package.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, let's proceed, Kapil. So I'm done with the installation of software. Okay. So once I'm done with the, let's go to the location where the software is installed and have a look at it. It's an MSI file, Microsoft installer. Okay, very good. So the software is downloaded. Obviously, the next step is install. Installation is simple and straightforward, my dear friends. Okay, please observe most of the points are next, and then you need to go ahead and proceed with the installation. So I'm going with installation of MongoDB on my Windows laptop. Double click on the MSI file. Welcome to MongoDB 7.0.2. Setup wizard. Next. Accept the terms and license agreement. Next. Do you want to install the complete version or customized version? Okay, I want the complete version with all the features installed. So select complete. Install MongoDB as a server that will by default, as a service by default that will be selected, run as a service. This is a location where the data will be stored in the directory where the data will be stored in the C program files MongoDB. So this is the location where the log files will be stored just for your reference. Click on next. Don't change anything. Install MongoDB. Compass. Install MongoDB Compass. So don't change the options. Take the default options. Compass is nothing but the GUI tool. As I told you, there are some GUI tools also. Compass is a GUI tool, so it also selects the GUI tool. Okay, no problem. Take the default option. Click on next. Are you ready to install MongoDB? Yes, install. So the installation of MongoDB started. Let's wait. Yes, good morning, Karim. How are you doing?
Hi, Sunil. I'm doing good. Yeah. Sunil, I have one question.
Yes.
See, in Oracle, we have a concept like in the database, we have multiple schemas.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So, do we have that concept
No,
or it
we
is
have
just
only
like
collections. That's all.
Only collections.
That's all.
So, in collection.
So first
here,
we will
schemas,
first step what we'll do, we'll create a database. Okay.
Yeah.
In Oracle, what we'll do with we first create the user and then we proceed with the creating tables, right? So here what we do something similar to MySQL. First we create a database. Inside database we create collections, and inside the collections we will store data. Okay, document. Okay, you'll understand it.
You mean like yes. So here in Oracle we have schemas.
No.
Within that we have tables.
Don't
So
compare.
we are eliminating the schemas and just
Correct.
in tables we are creating the document.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Also, while downloading installing software, you said like Python driver and different.
Are you
drivers
sure do you want to allow these changes? Yes. Yeah, Karim.
We have seen multiple options of drivers, Python and others, right? So if we are changing the technology for the in between middleware and front end, so every time we need to change the drivers.
Correspondingly, you have to change the driver. You have to change the driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can install those drivers as
the middleware changes. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Got
it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So I think we are almost done. Good morning, Subbarao.
Hey, Sunil. Very good morning.
How are you doing?
Are you able to hear me? I'm doing
yes, I
good.
can
How
hear
are you? Okay, yeah, Sunil, I have a question. So you already started work, giving the sessions on database. Is there any plan to introduce the course related to the data engineering?
As of now, data engineering course you're talking about.
Correct.
As of now, no idea. Okay. Okay.
Because you touched the concepts of databases, part of if you introduce the data engineering, that would be very much helpful.
Okay. So let's see. Let me complete this MongoDB. Once I do it, probably the next step could be data engineering or whatever it is. Even I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Subramanian.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Finishing will take little bit time. Good morning, Ravi Kumar.
Yeah, hi, Sunil. Ravi
Good
Kumar
morning.
here.
Yes, how are you?
Yeah, doing good, sir. Sir, here the question is we have two types of GUI tools, right? That are
Correct.
coming MongoDB. So
No.
Compass is
Yeah. There are two tools available. Not two types, there are two tools.
two tools. So Compass is only for querying.
Yes.
So,
No, these tools are
robot
helpful
query.
for analyzing also. Analyzing and give some
So both the
statistics.
tools are helpful for both querying.
Any one tool is enough. Okay.
Any one tool is enough.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. Yeah. So yesterday you told
something like in Oracle we have SQL Developer or Toad, right? Do you remember that?
Okay, got it.
It's a client side tools. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay. So where the engine, the spider monkey engine, which is used to process.
That is by default. If you see in the process of installation, the engine also gets created. Okay. So you don't need, there is no concept of working with engine. Okay. Engine is the default process.
Default process. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
See it. Okay, I think it will take some time. Yes. Participants, looks like the MongoDB is being installed. Compose is a GUI tool. I hope you know it. It is also being installed. This is Compose. Okay, so let's not disturb the machine. It is starting the services. Very good. It is perfect. Completed the MongoDB setup wizard. Click on finish. Click on finish. Done. I am done. This is the Compose. MongoDB Compose is a GUI tool. So as of now, don't worry about this. So I think now tell me, is it difficult to install MongoDB server? So what did I do? Very simple, right? I have downloaded that MSI file and I have selected the default installation. And the point is installation is simple and straightforward. I hope you agree with this. Now the point is where the MongoDB is installed. So by default, as you know, all the software will be installed in the C drive. So the MongoDB will be installed in the C drive program files. There will be a folder which will be created MongoDB server under 7.0 in the bin directly. So this is the location where the MongoDB is installed. I will be showing you this location. So it is installed in C drive program files. You will find a folder with the name MongoDB. Can you see there's a folder with the name MongoDB? Under the MongoDB, you have server 7.0. So this is the bin directory where you have all the exe files and all this. Okay, perfect. So this is the location where the MongoDB is installed. Very good. Next. I want to know the version of the MongoDB. Okay. I want to know the version of the MongoDB. Listen here, my dear friends. Very important. I want to know the version of MongoDB. If you want to know the version of the MongoDB, there is a command called mongod-version. If you want to know the version of MongoDB, there's a command called mongod-version. This command, you have to run it. Point is, where should I run it? You can run this from the command prompt. So I am opening the command prompt. And I should point out to the location where the MongoDB is installed. I should point out to the bin directory of the MongoDB installation path. So this is the location where the MongoDB. So I will be pointing out to the location. So how do you change it? So CD stands for change directory. So go to the location. You have to point to the bin directory because the bin directory is having those exe files. So I'm now pointing to the bin directory of the MongoDB. Yes. Now there's a command called, what's the command? To know the version of the MongoDB, there's a command called MongoDB-version. So 7.0.2 is our MongoDB version. Perfect. Okay. Now, I want to know the version of MongoDB from the D drive. 1 minute. Okay. Now, same version, MongoDB version, if I run it from the D drive. So let's say I go to D drive. I am going to D drive. So if the same command I run it from the D drive, MongoDB version, it will not work. Because this command works only when you're pointing to the location of the bin directory, then only this MongoDB commands works. But if you want the MongoDB the command to work from D drive or any other location, if you want the MongoDB commands to work, then you have to make some changes in the environment variable. So what you have to do after the installation, what you have to do, you have to mention the MongoDB path in the environment variable. So which environment variable? Path environment variable. Can you see here? Path environment variable. I hope we all know how to make some changes to the environment variable. So go to this PC, go to properties, go to the properties, advanced system settings, environment variables. So there are two variables, user variables and system variables. It's up to you. I go to anywhere you can add it. I go to user variables and edit and I go to the environment variable. I already have done it yesterday. I have just practiced it to show you, make sure that I don't get any errors. So this is the location of the environment variable. Yesterday I have included it. Let me do it again. So this is the path variable. So you need to go to path variable and then you need to create, already path variable will have a lot of paths. So you need to go to the path variable and then you have to mention the path. This is the path, right? So copy this particular path and then you have to mention that path in the environment variable. So go to Q new and then mention the path. Just click on OK. Now the beauty is what happens when you mention that particular location of the MongoDB path in the environment variable. Which variable? The name of the variable is path variable. If you mention the directory information in the path variable, what happens is the MongoDB commands will run it from any location. So right now I'm pointing to D drive. And now I'm writing, I write the same command, MongoDB-version. Is it working from the D drive? Yes, it works from the D drive. It works from any location because you have made some changes in the path variable. Perfect. So that's what you have to do it. You have to add the user variable and I have mentioned the path. Now it works from the location. So that's fine. Now, I want to start the server, my dear friends. Do you remember in the beginning, before installation, I have told you two commands. There's a command called, I have mentioned there are two commands. I think where is that command? I mentioned two commands. MongoDB is a command which is used to start the So installation of server is done. I want to start the server. So MongoDB is the command. Okay. MongoDB is the command to start the server. So my dear friends, let me start the server. Okay. So the command is to start the server. Look at this. To launch the server. I want to launch the server. The command is MongoDB. The problem is, my dear friends, I'm just telling you, the server will not start. Let's experience it. I want to start the server. To start the server, let me clear the screen. To start the server, the command is MongoDB is the command. But interestingly, the server will not start. See, this is not the, see, the server is not properly starting. You should not get the prompt. You should get up and running. Server is not properly started. Okay. So if you debug the message, what it is happening is, the problem is, non-existence of path data directory, D drive data DB not found, create the missing directory. It is expecting a directory in D drive. It is expecting data folder. In the data folder, it is expecting D drive. It is expecting a directory. Do we have the directory in the D drive? Do we have the directory in the D drive? So go to D drive, go to D drive. Is there any folder with the name data? It is not there. It is expecting a folder data. Inside the folder, it is expecting a folder called DB. As we don't have the path, as the directory is missing, so the command is the MongoDB is not started. It is expecting a directory in D drive data DB. Why it is expecting in D drive? Because you are trying to start from the D drive. If you start from C drive, let's say I'm moving to C drive, okay, and from the C drive, I'm trying to start the same server, MongoDB. Again, it expects the command, it expects the path. Directory, no existence of path, missing directory, C drive data. Now it is expecting the same path in the C drive. That means it expects the directory from the location where it is starting. If you're starting from the C drive, it expects the folder in the directory in the C drive. Okay, so let's create the folder. What's there in it? So observe the error messages. The directory is missing. So let's create the directory. What's wrong in it? So let's create the directory. So I go to C drive. I'm already in the C drive. Inside the C drive, I'll create a folder with the name data. Creating a folder with the name data. Inside the data, I will be creating one more folder with the name DB. I'll be creating one more folder with the name DB. Now the path is ready. Data, C drive data is ready. Now the path is ready. So let's start the server. Better to close this command. Sorry, close this command prompt. I open the command prompt freshly. And now I want to start the server. The command is MongoDB. As the directory is ready, my dear friends, are you getting the command prompt back? Are you getting the command prompt back? No, the server is successfully started. The MongoDB server is successfully started. Okay, perfect. So observation, as part of start activity in the directory which you have created, some set of files will be created. So in the DB directory, can you see in C drive data DB, just now we have created this folder. Previously the folder was empty. The moment you start the server, there will be some set of files. Can you see there will be some set of files? All the files are created just now, 6:54 a.m. Okay, so there are some default files which will be created once you start the MongoDB server. Perfect. So we are done with installation of MongoDB, and now the MongoDB server is up and running. What is the next thing you have to do? You have to work with second application that called MongoDB shell. The two applications MongoDB server. I hope you remember there's two applications, MongoDB server and MongoDB shell. So let's proceed with MongoDB shell. The same from the official website, MongoDB, go to products, community edition. Under the tools, you will find MongoDB shell. This you have to download it. So I'm done with the first application, MongoDB server. And I'm going to MongoDB shell. Under the resources, where is that option? Under the products, community edition. Under the products, community edition. Community server. Go to tools. You have to go to tools. My dear friends, left side, you can see tools here. Under the tools, this is the first tool which I want. The first application is MongoDB shell. So scroll down the tools. What I want is MongoDB shell. So I'm selecting the MongoDB shell. And then, yes, I want to install this time. It is a zip file, not an MSF file. So, so download the zip file. Let's upload it. Where I want to download it, I want to download in the same folder, the downloads folder. So let's wait for the zip file to get downloaded. Shell is a very small file, small software. Less than 10 seconds, the zip file will be downloaded. Once the zip file is downloaded, what you have to do, you have to extract it, right? I think we are done with the installation of the downloading the zip file. So I have downloaded the zip file. This is the location where the zip file is downloaded. So what you have to do, obviously you have to extract it. So right click, I want to extract it to the same folder, MongoDB sh. So I will select extract it to the same folder. So zip file is getting extracted, done. This is the folder. This is the zip file, participants, and this is the corresponding folder. So select this particular folder. There will be one more folder. Okay, and these are the tools related to the files related to MongoDB shell. So what I'll do, so in the download, first I have downloaded zip file, I have extracted it. There's a folder got created. Inside this, there's one more folder got created. This particular folder, for my convenience sake, I don't want this folder in the document, so I cut this folder and I want to directly place it in the C drive. Now I directly placed it in the C drive. The same folder, now I'm placing it in C drive. I go to this folder. In the folder is a bin directory. So I always point out the bin directory because you need to make some changes in the path variable. I have downloaded that particular shell and then I have copied that particular software in the C drive. Now what I'll do, mention this path of the bin directory of the shell bin directory in the path variable, like how you have done it for the MongoDB server. I go to the path variable. Go to advanced system settings, environment variables. You can do it at the user level, system level. I go to user level, path variable. So I go to this, if it's already there. So you have to mention the path variable here. So this is the path, right? The bin directory of the MongoDB shell. So perfect, placed it. So, okay. So I have downloaded it, extracted it, the location, I have mentioned the path variable. That's it. So that's it from the MongoDB shell. MongoDB shell setup is done. Now I want to launch the MongoDB shell. You can do it by going to the command. This is already command prompt is running. So I open one more command prompt. Command prompt, and to launch the shell, mongo sh is the command. The shell gets launched. Perfect. So my dear friends, I have successfully launched the server. So I have successfully launched the shell. The shell is now ready to communicate to the server. The shell is now ready to communicate to the server. So I got this symbol, less the greater than symbol. This is ready. Now the shell is ready to communicate to server. Let's start communicating server. Now I'm pointing to shell. My dear friends, now I'm pointing to shell. Now I want to know the version of the server. This is MongoDB server. This is MongoDB shell. Right now, I am in shell. I want to know the version of the server. MongoDB server is of which version? I want to know the version of the server. Okay. db.version, database version. db.version. Okay, so to know the version of the server. So the server version is 7.0.2. I hope you remember. This is the version of the MongoDB server. So from the shell, you can know the server of the version server. If you want to get the help, db.help is a method which will give you all the information about commands which are related to MongoDB. You can see here. If you want to see list of all the commands. Okay, so there are a lot of classes. There's a class called there's a get Mongo which will return the database connection, get name which will get the name of the database, get collection. So there are a lot of options, return the collection. Okay, so change user password is a command which helps you to change the password. Authentication. So a lot of information. Help will help you drop role, create privileges. So okay, create collection. Do you remember inside the database what we do is to create collection, so which helps you to create the collection. So we'll be using it anyways. Help to get the complete information about the commands, to get the statistics of the database, db.stats. db.stat will show you the statistics. So right now we are connected to test database. You can see the test prompt. We are connected to test database. Collections, there are 0 collections. There are 0 objects. There are 0 views. Everything is 0. Right now it is a completely new. Okay. To get the list of databases, show DBS. show DBS. As I told you, first step we create a database. Inside the database, we create a collection. Inside the collection, we create a document. If you want to see list of databases, these are the list of databases. These are for whenever you install MongoDB server, these are the list of predefined databases. You will have admin database, you have config database, this is local database. These are the databases which are available in the MongoDB server default. Okay. And if you want to connect a specific database, let's say you want to connect to admin database, there's a command called use admin, which helps you to connect a specific database. Now you are connected to admin database. So like this point, what you have to understand, my dear friends, you have to understand, my dear friends, what we have done. We have installed MongoDB. Please respond in the chat box. Are you happy with the session? What did we learn in the second day? We have installed MongoDB server, and you know MongoDB server is a different application. MongoDB shell is something like a different application. By this time, you have understand the shell is for communicating the server. So from a developer point of view, we will be working with the shell. We'll be writing some commands in the shell for performing CRUD operations. Like if you want to create a collection, if you want to create a document, update the document, or everything we'll be doing from where? From which application? All the application will be doing all the communication to the MongoDB server will be doing it from the MongoDB shell. Both MongoDB server and MongoDB shell are JavaScript based applications. Keep this in mind. So did you enjoy the session? If you enjoy the session, please type yes in the chat box. Yesterday is all about theory about MongoDB. What is document model? How is it different features? And today we have started. The environment is ready, and we are all ready for the next. I hope you're all very interested for the tomorrow session, because we will be starting our concept of working with collections. What is document? Okay, I hope you are ready. Okay, so please do hands-on. Please install this on your personal laptops. Super. And please support us by paying just a matter of 999. Let me stop in the chat box. So as you know, the live training is free. Nobody will stop you, because the Zoom link will be same. As you already have the Zoom link will be same for rest of all the sessions. So go to upcoming batches. In the upcoming batches of our website, there's something called MongoDB. Yes. So there's an option called buy now participants. Okay. So, and then you can check out. Okay. You can check out and buy now. To get the day-to-day videos. Okay, so super. So I'm sending that. So please support us by making the payment and taking the videos for the lifetime access. It's a matter of 999. Agbodia,
yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, I would like to know. I don't know. Where can we practice? Are you going to give us a Mongo developer platform?
No,
so
you have to install this MongoDB server, MongoDB shell on your personal laptop and do practice and hands-on. Okay?
Yeah, I know, but can I have assistance when I don't know, installing it? Can I get your assistance? Are you free? So
installation. You can watch this video, okay, and then proceed with the installation according to the steps what I have done it.
Yeah,
today.
so where can I find the recordings though?
Are you in the WhatsApp group?
No, hold on, let me see.
There is a WhatsApp group created for this particular batch. Okay, so please join the WhatsApp group where you get the updates about this WhatsApp group. In fact, you can see there's an option called WhatsApp option here. So let me send you the WhatsApp group link also. Okay, so you can join the WhatsApp group. Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, anything more? You will get the update in the WhatsApp group, and using the videos and recordings, you can do practice. It's very simple and straightforward, nothing complex. I hope by this time you have experienced it. Sri Priya. Good morning, Sri Priya. How are you doing? I can see your hand raised. You are, yes.
Yes. Hi, Sunil.
How is today's session?
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah. Sunil, nowadays we are using in MongoDB in Linux environment, right? Could you
Whether it is on Linux environment or Windows environment, the commands, the behavior of your database will remain the same. Okay.
I just asked that the installation part only.
I think there's one video. I'll share that if I have it. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Santosh, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sunil.
Yes, sir. Santosh.
Yeah, Sunil, actually, I have two questions. First one, actually, see, in our relational database, suppose in Oracle, there is some tables already provided by Oracle to practice. But in the MongoDB, is there any, already created tables and that array, something collection like that? Is there, or do we need to create? I'm audible, Sunil? Hello? I think something happened. Am I audible, anyone? Okay. I think Sunil drop off. Might be there is a network connection issue.